The text message. Jummy was the last person left in the office that Tuesday night. The soft hum of her desktop was the only sound in the building. It was 8:15 p.m. and she hated working late. Still, she tried to focus, humming quietly to herself as her fingers moved across the keyboard. The Excel sheet blurred before her eyes. By 8:45, the unease had crept in. Her stomach churned and her skin prickled. Jummy shut down her computer, forcing a calm she didn't feel. Using the mirror inside her bag, she reapplied her lipstick and tucked in her shirt. Just as she reached for her handbag, her phone chimed. A text message. "Don't come home tonight." She frowned. The number was unfamiliar. Curious, she called it back. "The number you are trying to reach does not exist." She tried again. Same result. "How does a number that doesn't exist send a message?" she whispered, her voice the only sound in the quiet office. Shrugging it off, Jummy pocketed her phone and headed for the elevator. A cold wind swept through the corridor, raising goosebumps across her skin. It was summer, yet her teeth clattered together. Inside the elevator, she rubbed her palms together for warmth and blew into them. Everything felt wrong. The message, the non-existent sender, the cold, even the elevator ride down. The ride was unusually slow. She glanced at her wristwatch. 20 minutes? Had she really spent 20 minutes in the elevator just to get down from the 3rd floor? Had a second suddenly turned into a minute or what? She asked herself. At that same instant, the lights flickered. The elevator pulsed violently and stopped. The doors didn't open. She hit the emergency button. Nothing. Jummy pounded the door. "Hello? Is anyone there?" Silence. Then something seeped through the floor. A thick black viscous substance, slow like oil, shiny like tar. It smelled of rot and metal. She stumbled back. The liquid climbed slowly, reaching her ankles, then her knees. She screamed and punched the door, her chest tight with fear. It was like a horror movie, only this time she starred in it. The slime reached her chest, then her chin. It got to her lower lips, forcing her to tighten them. The warm black liquid crept up past her nose. She closed her eyes, and then the elevator dinged. Jummy spilled out onto the parking lot floor, coughing violently. She wiped her face. She was dry. The stench was gone. Her clothes were clean. Had she hallucinated? Her phone rang. An unknown number. "Hello?" she croaked, only breathing on the other end. "Who's this?" she whispered. A laugh, high-pitched, unhinged. She hung up trembling and rushed for the parking lot exit. No signal, no bars. Her hands shook as she tried to call an Uber. Nothing. Then a taxi rolled by. She flagged it down desperately. "Where are you headed to?" the driver asked. Jummy opened her mouth to say her street, then paused. "Don't come home tonight. Nearest hotel, please." She sank into the back seat, exhaling for the first time in what felt like hours. The driver said nothing. She drifted off into a quiet sleep. When she awoke, the taxi was parked. Empty. The driver was gone. She stepped out. She was standing in front of her house. Jummy turned. The car was gone. Her phone chimed again. "I told you not to come home tonight," the text message read. It was from the same number. When she called, she got the same response, "Number does not exist." She already anticipated this. The street was quiet, too quiet. Only solar lights flickered weakly overhead. She called her building's security. "Number does not exist." She tried her neighbor's number. the same thing. Her heart paused. For a second she felt lightheaded, then caught herself as she began to fall. What could be happening? She walked to the door. Her steps felt heavy. The building looked the same, but somehow felt different. It was too still, like no one had lived there in years. Inside, the stairwell echoed. Her apartment was on the 3rd floor. Her stomach grumbled. She hadn't eaten since morning. Her limbs trembled. Halfway up, the smell returned. Jummy turned. A shadow moved. "Who's there?" she called. No answer. Her hands fumbled in her bag for her keys. The closer she got to her door, the stronger the smell. The fog rolled in, thick and sour. She felt it behind her. She jammed her key into the lock. Her breath was shaking. She could feel the thing closing in. The door opened and she fell through it. She jerked back to life. She was still in the office. She had dozed off. Her phone chimed. She looked at it as the light came on. "I'm downstairs. It's almost time for the dinner party. Don't worry about going home. I got you a new dress and shoes. Can't wait to see you in them. Love, Stan." It was her husband. Jummy sighed. Everything had been a dream. As she dropped her phone, the lights in her office flickered. Another text message came in. "Don't come downstairs." The end.